Okay, so I'm driving, but I just realized something that's so basic, but also so freaking true. And I just wanted to share it real quick with you, which is that we can spend all our time figuring out all the shit that's going on with our mind, with our ego, with our personality, our traumas, the way we see the world, why we do the things that we do, and I'm not saying that doesn't have its place in experience and in existence, but it's so important to remember that the ego will always have a new thing to look at. Mind will always find new things to try to figure out, explain, understand about yourself, about why things are the way they are, why your experience is the way it is. There will never be an end. And I know for myself, doing that work is the pursuit of truth, right? At least it is the illusion of the pursuit of truth, the pursuit of happiness, the pursuit of peace. But what we're doing most of the time is that we're looking in the wrong direction. We're looking at something that is insolvable, and particularly because we're looking at it from the same perspective as where the problem was created to begin with, which is in the mind. So we're trying to solve problems of the mind with the mind, and that's never gonna work. That's never, ever, ever, ever gonna work. We can resolve certain things, we can resolve certain feelings, we can understand, and there is a place for understanding ourselves, and it's a very good place to start. We have to see ourselves to be able to make a change in the way we act and behave in the world. But ultimately, the only thing we need to do is watch ourselves. All we need to do is identify and cultivate the witness, the consciousness that is separate from the personality, the mind, the ego. Once we do that, and once we are able to rest in the non-personal mind, the consciousness, pure awareness in our soul, whatever we want to call it, then we're able to watch our mind, our ego, our personality without attachment, without judgment. And what happens is that we begin to see ourselves acting in the world. We begin to see our patterns of thinking, our patterns of acting, and we also tend to automatically understand where that comes from and why we are doing that. We tend to automatically receive that knowledge about ourselves that we need to know in order to understand it. And we do that with much less work, much less effort, much less struggle than if we try to... saw a falcon. Cool. With much less effort, anyways, then when we try to do that through the mind. And ultimately, really what I wanted to say here is that the mind will always find something new. Always find something new to look at, to untangle. There will never be an end to the problems that the mind can think of. The mind is there to see problems. We just need to stop. Just need to stop. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop listening to your mind. Just for a moment, just take a pause. Just wait. Just go, who's talking right now, right? Who's talking right now? Because as long as your mind is talking, you know that you can't trust shit that is happening. That is not to say that the mind doesn't have its place. We are having a human experience. We are meant to have a mind and an ego and a personality. But we can't believe everything that the mind is telling us. Can't believe everything the mind is telling us. Because it is there to find problems. This is what the mind does. Okay. That's it. That's all I wanted to say. Mwah.